Well, hi everyone. I'm Jarrett with a retro review of WCW Thunder from June 28, 2000. I'm going to keep reviewing these WCW 2000 programs despite my sanity slowly slipping away, because in the case of Thunder, if nothing bad happened, then nothing happened. And when you just watch a television show that is basically 90 minutes of nothing, it could kind of drain you. But boy, things are only going to get worse because we're approaching WCW Bash at the Beach 2000. Oh boy, I'm going to keep doing these retro reviews because I want to watch some of this stuff and see if they're as good or as bad as I remember. So, we talked about nothing, or at least I did, so here's nothing, aka Jeff Jarrett, the chosen mid-carder to open the show. He goes over his opponents being Scott Steiner, Kevin Nash, talks about Hogan being out of WCW and how he's going to fully be out of WCW after Bash at the Beach 2000. He wasn't wrong. It just wasn't for the reasons that he thought because, he did it. No, it was just because of a whole bunch of bullshit. Thanks, Vince Russo. And then he fat shames a whole bunch of women. Great. And then Horace Hogan attacks because he's defending his uncle's honor. Okay. I would really like somebody to explain to me why Horace Hogan was still being featured at this point. It's not that he was bad. I just don't understand what they saw in him. I mean, I guess he was there because of nepotism. Chris Harris, by the way, was one of the R&B security guards. The future Wildcat Chris Harris. And in the future, Braden Walker. Remember Braden Walker? I'm sorry if you do. So, Horace versus Jarrett will be made for later tonight. And then the Misfits in action all yell at each other. Canyon interview, I have no idea what the fuck he's saying. He's threatening to diamond cut everybody just because. Threatens to diamond cut Gene Okerlund. And then we get Chavo versus Lash Laroux. No, I'm not calling them their stupid Misfits in action names because those were stupid. Cruiserweight Championship match. Hugh Morris is on commentary just yelling a lot. Taking a lot of the piss out of this match, even though he wasn't intending to. Action was fine. Chavo misses a dive outside. He busts his head open at one point because he's bleeding from the eyebrow. And then Tornado DDT 1, 2, 3. There we go. And then Terry Funk dresses a janitor, attacks Johnny the Bull. You need to have eyes in the back of your head. Don't let your guard down ever. And then Steiner yells at Miller about winning the match. There we go. 3 count. Tenay says at one point sinking. Oh, they're sinking all right. That was actually kind of funny. And then here's Jindrak and O'Hare. And then Tank shows up. He's upset that he missed a performance. The match is fine. Sean Bomb 1, 2, 3. And after Sean O'Hare hit that and got the 3, Heenan says, I tell you guys are going to name an airport after him one day. God bless Bobby Heenan. Fucking hell, he's so great. And then Tank, comes down and gets them to sing and dances awkwardly. And what the fuck? What was it? What was this? Why? To what end? To what end? Chronic then comes down and attacks. And okay, cool, whatever. We get they attack Tank and then attack 3 count to play off of what happened on Nitro. And then a Canyon cutter to the catering guy, the cook guy, the mess cook. Fucking hell, I don't know. Vito then calls out the Young Dragons. He calls them fortune cookie guys. 2 of them are Japanese. I'm not saying that Vito, meant anything offensive by it, but whoever the fuck, I'm guessing Russo wrote that. Fortune cookie guys. Oh boy. Vito versus the Young Dragons Gauntlet match. They're calling him the Italian Grinder. Have fun in seeing that. He pins Jimmy Yang after a bit. Here's Hayashi. He hits a splash off the ropes. Gets the victory there. And then Jamie Son's down here. And oh no, we got the cane being used and stuff like that. And then suddenly Jamie Son appears at the top and just does an attack and gets a pin 1, 2, 3. But he looks a lot bigger. What the hell? It's Johnny the Bull under the mask. Shocking. And Vito's upset. And then Mike Awesome has faced Scott Steiner a little bit later because Mike Awesome interfered in the main event and he wasn't supposed to because Miller said no interference. And then Daphne attacks Miss Hancock, pulls her hair, throws powder on her and stuff like that. And that's what they're doing with the women. Oh, wait, no, it gets worse. Canyon cutter to the tech guy. The Perfect Event then attacks the production guy. I forget what the fuck his name is, and they mentioned it multiple times. I have no idea. But then Van Hammer and Hugh Morris, for whatever reason, suddenly attack the Perfect Event, and we have this match. Why not? No Laughing Matter pins Stasiak, 1, 2, 3. And then the Flexi Lexi bar is used, and then Chronic attacks, and they just throw the champs around and beat the shit out of them and everything, and that's all what they're doing. Chronic was one of the few good things that happened in WCW 2000. The team, not the drug. Though, whatever. At this point, I don't really give a shit. But I mean the team. At least the team was kind of over-ish. Unforgiven 2001 was another story. Oh dear. Oh dear. But that was fine. Jeff Jarrett versus Horace Hogan. I don't know why this was either not or for the WCW Championship. I actually don't remember if it was, because I totally tuned out by this point. Lame chair shot by Jeff, and then a headshot with the chair for 2, and then he hit the stroke eventually on the chair for 3. Okay, cool. I mean, Horace got in a few shots, but that was about it. And then, by the way, I wanted to mention earlier, Johnny the Bull looks like Rob Gronkowski now, and now I can't unsee it, so he's Gronk the Bull. So, then he puts Hulk's shirt over Horace's face, then he hits a guitar shot a little bit later. Imperial yells about Torborg and Asia. The lights go out, and then there's this weird blue lighting, and these 2 people are in cloaks, and it's obviously Torborg and Asia. Mist from her, the red mist from her mouth. Take that how you want. And then they attack him, and then the lights go out, and then they're gone. And then there's a guy in the rafters pointing, and it's clearly Sting. It's Sting. And then we get Canyon cover to the cameraman during a Storm Kidman interview, because why the fuck not? And then he signs a book for Douglas, and then goes after Bagwell, because Douglas said, hey, Bagwell was knocking you, saying the Buff Blockbuster is better than the Canyon Cutter. And then we get Lance Storm and Kidman versus Hoovy and Ray. This was actually probably the best match out of both shows that I watched. The action was fine. It was fast-paced. We get a powerbomb from Lance and a splash from Kidman. That pins Ray 1, 2, 3. Whatever. What the fuck ever. At this point, Lance, they tried to make Lance feel important. I mean, he would become a triple champion pretty soon. But really, they just didn't do all that much with Lance, and it was kind of hilarious. After that, they really didn't do much with him. They tried a Team Canada thing, and that didn't work. And then we get women facing off. Tigress with the Filthy Animals versus Paisley. And look, I'm not saying these women didn't try. I'm just saying this match shouldn't have been featured on TV, because it was a bad idea. Neither of these women were really trained to really wrestle, and the crowd shit on it. The ref kicked out the Filthy Animals. The crowd was chanting, we want puppies, by the way. Tigress, her straps broke on her top. Thank God it was like, there was an elastic band, because otherwise that would have required some heavy editing, or ed-titting, if you will, because I'm not above making a goddamn stupid joke, as you would know. And Paisley hits a winding slam and gets the victory. And then Tigress kind of attacks her and stands tall and everything, and just, this is a bad idea. Why did they not have better gear for them so that wouldn't happen? Buff then runs down Canyon, calling him ugly, this kind of stuff, and saying, you're positively annoying, or whatever. Buff versus Canyon. Eventually, a cutter to the refs, so nobody can make the cover. A DQ. Buff covers Canyon a few times, but doesn't get the 3 count, even though Lincoln, Nebraska counts to 3. And Heenan says, I didn't think they could count that high, which was kind of funny. Here's Booker. He hits the axe kick on Canyon after Canyon hit Buff with a book. And then Awesome versus Scott Steiner. Yeah, who the fuck cares? Who the fuck cares at this point? Look, they had the Steiner recliner put on after they had battled into the crowd. Miller had banned the hold and everything, and had stupidly attacked Mike Awesome. And then, or not stupidly attacked Mike Awesome, but stupidly attacked Steiner to help Mike Awesome. And then Awesome got the victory, 1, 2, 3. That's the end of that. That's the end of the show. The show was shit. Agree, disagree with what I said. Like, share, subscribe. Twitter handle in the description. I'm John Ritlin. I'll see you soon.